Hello, and we are back again with another country today. आज हम बात करेंगे one of my most favorite education destinations and one of those countries which has remained the education capital of the world for quite some time. Yes, you guessed it right. It is the United Kingdom. After US, if there is one country which attracts the most number of international students, it is the United Kingdom. Now, when I talk of the UK, I'm talking of England, Scotland, and Wales. Needless to say, these three comprise to come together to comprise what we know as the UK. Now, coming to the UK, we all know the Oxford universities and the Cambridge universities that we have in UK. Some of the most reputed universities in the history of mankind are there in the United Kingdom. Add to that the Imperial College London, University of Edinburgh, London School of Economics, University of Manchester. So you talk about it and you will get the most reputed universities in this country. So यहाँ पर कभी भी नामी यूनिवर्सिटीज की कभी कोई कमी नहीं होती. Alongside that, UK also happens to be a country which is big enough that you will find so many cities which are educational hubs. Needless to say, London leads the pack. Then you've got Manchester, you've got Edinburgh, then you've got Birmingham, and so on and so forth. So this is one of those countries when if you plan to study, it'll give you the most number of options in terms of universities, in terms of cities, in terms of budgets. Just because there are so many options, it fits into everyone's requirement. No wonder we have so many students from across the globe flying to UK to pursue the education. Starting with the climate, of late, UK has experienced increase in the temperature. So summers are getting pretty warm. So we've seen summers with 32, 33, 35 degrees Celsius. And winters also are generally cold. But again, you cannot give a generalized statement because the country is pretty big. And then from moving from south to north, your climate will keep changing. As you keep moving northwards, it tends to get a little bit colder as well. For Indian students, it happens to be one of the best destinations for one simple reason that one, English obviously is their major language. And second is, in India, we follow the British education system. So very seamlessly, you can move from India to any of the programs that you plan to pursue in the UK. Now, UK is a country which will provide you options for almost all programs. So you name it and you get it in the UK. But still, certain programs which will always find, say, a lot of importance in UK, or you will find a lot of options in UK are business and management, engineering, data sciences and artificial intelligence, law and international relations, international business, health and biomedical sciences, media, arts and design. In fact, if you ask me, for the students of arts, UK happens to be my most favorite destination because it will give you a lot of options to pursue courses like journalism or something related to literature. Also, one very fascinating aspect of the UK universities is that you'll find a lot of creative universities. Now, when I say creative universities, what you'll find is you will find universities which are offering only creative programs. So someone who's wanting to learn music or art or animation or something of that sort, you can always go to a creative university and you will find so many like-minded people who are working in different domains. And that is where amazing teams come into picture. They will come together and create magic on screen. So creative universities easily is one of my most favorite aspects of the universities in the UK. Tuition fees. Now, needless to say, when you are working with the pound is one of the most expensive currencies that we have in the world. But still, just because of the sheer number of universities that you have, you will find courses starting for as low as £10,000 a year, going up to 35,000 to 38,000 pounds a year. So the range is pretty wide. From some of, I can never use the word say cheaper universities, but the universities which are slightly lower price compared to the other universities, from there to going to the universities which are priced the highest, you will get that complete range in the UK. Cost of living for students currently has become a bit high because the housing, the rentals have gone up. So you will need anywhere between say 12 to 1500 pounds a month for a student to be comfortable in the UK. The rentals, which were at times were say 350, 400 pounds, 350 to 400 pounds, has now shot up to about 800 pounds, 900 pounds. So accommodation has become slightly more expensive. Also, it is important that anybody who's planning to go and study in UK, you really need to book your accommodation much earlier now. So earlier, if a student from India was supposed to fly out in September, we used to generally go and book accommodation, say in the month of June or July. But now what we do is, as soon as a student secures the admission in the month of say Feb, we immediately book the air tickets and we try and book the accommodation as early as the month of March. Because of the number of students and little bit of crisis with the housing thing, it becomes a little difficult closer to the date to find proper accommodation for you, right? But if you plan properly, UK will still give you the offers. See, talking of job opportunity, a lot has been spoken about the scenario in the UK, the problem, the economic problems that UK is going through. See, honestly, it's not just the UK. This is a recession which we are seeing globally. And this is not the first time that this has happened. So these cycles we've seen in the past as well. So yes, as we speak, as we post this, currently you can say that to an extent, yes, there is some little job crisis that we are looking in UK and in and around UK also, mind you. But going further, I still believe in the brand of education that UK provides, and the degree is valid globally. So you may study in UK and fetch a job elsewhere, or maybe come back to your own country and maybe continue working there, or maybe in times to come, I firmly believe in next couple of years the cycle will change and then UK will come back to where it always was, right? I still believe it is one of the best education destinations across the globe. UK and US are two countries with all their problems. They still continue to rule when it comes to the field of education. UK as a country, one thing which has happened in recent past is that when you're applying for visa, the visa fees have become very high, and more importantly, the insurance. So a student who is traveling, say from India to UK, say for a 1 year ka program, will end up paying an insurance of over ₹1,00,000. Now, a couple of years back, this was half, or in fact less than that. But suddenly, the insurance fee that is being levied by UK, as well as the visa fee, now that is pretty high. So whenever you're budgeting for UK, that is a hidden expense which you need to think about and take that into account. If you ask me, as I speak, say in the month of say July, August 2025, your visa and insurance fee, if you're applying for a 1 year program from India, roughly you need to keep it around 1.8 to 2 lakh rupees. So that is something which you need to take into account. Agreed that compared to a lot of other countries, UK would be slightly more expensive when it comes to studying, when it comes to the cost of living, but at the same time, when it comes to the opportunities that it provides, the number of universities, the options that it will provide, I don't think there's any other country in Europe which comes close to UK. So if you can manage that slightly additional cost, UK any day is and has to be your number one destination in Europe. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again with some other country in my other video. Thank you.